G'day Daiwa fans, Tom Slater here on the water. Very excited to show you the latest addition to the Bait Junkie lineup. We've got three shapes to talk to you about today. They're the 5-inch prawn, the 5.5-inch wave minnow, and for the finesse guys, 2.35-inch prawn. So we'll kick it off with the 5-inch prawn. So an upscaled version of our current 3-inch design, made from a slightly firmer material, and that's just to get the right action in this shape. So it's got those front-facing legs that the same as what's on the 3-inch prawn. They catch a lot of water. They're cupped on the front, so they catch a lot of water and they pull back like this. And they're designed to slow the descent or the drop of the prawn. So as that prawn is sinking, those segments in the body will open up. The legs catch water, forces that tail open, and you get a very natural kind of gliding fall. Very natural prawn kind of action on the drop. The legs aren't there to impart a whole lot of kicking action. They're there to help that gliding action on the fall. So they catch water as they sink, force that tail open, and that really wide fanning prawn tail will splay out, and that gives you a really nice natural descent. So these have been fishing really well in testing, both in the saltwater and the estuaries. Up north for Barra, we've caught a lot of snapper on them. You would have seen Mike Benici and Sam Gilchrist in the 24 Certate clip. There was a little sneak peek of the 5-inch prawn. Those guys were testing the first samples off Coffs Harbour, catching a lot of snapper on them. So 5-inch prawn is going to be a great addition to the range. Comes in a great array of colours, yabby, UV like I've got here, but whether you're a Barra guy and your pearl whites, your black and golds, or you're fishing offshore and you want that more saltwater oriented colour, there's going to be an option there in the 5-inch prawn. So that's the 5-inch. For the finesse anglers, 2.35-inch prawn. So made from a softer material than the 5-inch. You can see there it's quite a soft material. And again, that's because in a smaller shape, you still want it to get that nice sinking kind of action. So again, same leg design, just thinner. So again, they cup that water, they force the tail open, and you get a really natural sink. Then as you twitch the bait, you get a very natural articulation of the tail. So that's really the action that you're getting out of this prawn, is all imparted through the rod tip, and you get that really natural tail opening and tail closing as you twitch the rod tip. Again, this one, I've been using it for the last kind of year or so in the ABT comps. Had quite a good few captures on it, been catching a lot of fish on this little one. Chris Hickson's been paramount in the development of this one as well, catching a lot of fish up in Foster. So 2.35-inch prawn comes in a great range of colours again, whether you're fishing dirty water or clear water. This one's motor oil. You can see we've painted the eyes on the prawns now, which is a nice little feature. 2.35-inch prawn will be an absolute money bait, so we've needed a little prawn in our range for quite a while. So very happy to have the little 2.35. Then rounding out the releases for this one, 5.5-inch wave minnow. So again, one for the saltwater or I guess heavier estuary fishing. Wave minnow gets its name from that uniquely shaped tail. So most curl tail grubs just curl back into the body. The wave minnow has that kind of kick out, and this leading edge here grabs all the water and forces that tail open, which then opens up this curl, and then the water hits here and forces it open even more. So a very easy, slow swimming grub, gets action on the lightest jig head you'd ever really want to fish on a bait like this. Again, this one's been in testing for quite a while, been catching a lot of fish. I'm a huge fan of the 3-inch wave minnow. It's probably one of my favourite baits in the Bait Junkie lineup. And this 5.5-inch is just really great size for chasing snapper offshore, big flathead in the estuaries, jew, anything that eats a decent sized bait fish is going to munch this 5.5-inch wave minnow. So 5.5-inch wave minnow, rig that up on a Bait Junkie jig head and drift it down. Going to be a great option if you're offshore fishing 2 rods solo. Have this one sitting in the rod holder on a light jig head. That tail will do all the work for you while you're up the front fishing a jerk shad or something else. So give the 5.5-inch wave minnow a go. Again, got a heap of colours available in this. Whether it's a natural one like this red herring or something more vibrant for offshore, we've got a colour for you. So those are the latest additions to the Bait Junkie lineup. A couple of prawns and the big wave minnow. Make sure you check them out at your local Daiwa dealer, or for more info you can head to the Daiwa website. Tight lines.